It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Washington, where the Wizards will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And tonight, we get to see Mohamed Bamba. Tremendous size and strength, but also extremely bright, Kenny. Schools with the highest level academics offered him scholarships.
Wow, because he's a smart guy off the court who still honors his basketball IQ. I love that. I love that about guys. And you know, he's just one of the rare breeds of everything you want. He opposing defender, blocking shot, alters everything, and a great student.
And on the offensive end, very raw. Runs the floor very well. Needs to add a lot of strength, though.
Coming up shortly, it's the tip. We'll go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We're coming to you from beautiful Washington, D.C. as the Wizards prepare to take the court. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
Tip-off goes to Orlando. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Orlando, Augustine and Simmons are the guard tandem. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ross in at the small forward position.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Beal. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ross kicks to Gordon. Good work defensively by Morris. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds, and always plays with speed and athleticism, and now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
Washington shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good for Morris. Boy, Chris, how much fun is it to have basketball back? Talk about some of the things you personally looked for early in a season.
Oh, man, what I personally look for in the beginning of the season is how guys develop. And a lot of that is body language. You know, are you putting your head down and dropping your head after a shot? Are you not running back on defense after a turnover? These are all little things that show what you're thinking about. You know, I just kind of check out the development, but again, the body language. Is the guy playing hard through his frustration? Is the guy giving his coach eye contact in the huddle? Is he being a great teammate by encouraging guys? I'm passing to an open player for a better shot. And so those are the things that I look at. And then again, with the pace being at an all-time high, I think now is a new golden era of basketball where you can have so much more fun because you are no longer held to rules of not getting out at the shot clock, not getting on the fast break. Coaches are now encouraging this style, so the game to me is a lot more fun. So hopefully as a rookie you come in and you embrace this and just let it fly.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Augustine against Wall. For 3, Gordon, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Wall finds Porter. To the inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Shot from the wing. And the rebound goes to Howard.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Morris with the bucket.
Morris is such a gifted scorer in the paint. He utilizes both his height and weight to get deep inside.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a sloppy effort? I mean, turnovers were a huge issue. And they don't have to play safe tonight, but they do have to play smart. They get some extra attention from the D on that trip, and it throws a shot off.
Beal drives in. It's good. This game is all even. Beal's got his first points of the game.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Augustine against Wall. Ross for 3. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside, Porter fires the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. The play call, they really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
Magic leading by 3. And here's Augustine. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Chris, at times, what Wall gives you is unparalleled production at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, not too long ago, he was the first player to ever have at least 1,800 points, 800 dimes, 150 steals, and 50 blocks in the season. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
and that one falls for John Wall.
And give Wall credit. I mean, he's fought through the knee injuries, an elite difference maker out there on the floor.
Augustine passes to Simmons. Back to Augustine. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we were able to talk with Steve Clifford. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up this season series, Kevin. Back to you.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
Well, Greg, I think the best approach is a solid motion offense, a lot of back cuts, ball movement side to side. Against a team with this kind of defense, good movement is always the key to breaking them down.
Now here is Augustine. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Loss against Porter. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Left side, Porter. The three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Wall against Augustine. On the wing, Gordon. Over Morris. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
It's Porter outside. That one doesn't drop. So Orlando will take it the other way. Augustine with it. He's picked up by Wall. Augustine looking around. Outside, Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to end the drought. Misses off the right iron. Washington leading now by 3. And it's Wall in the corner. Tipped away. Howard dishes to Porter. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now Beal. His last outing, he had 24 points. Passes to Wall. On the mark with the 15-footer. Wall's got 7 points in the game. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Green, he's checked in for Howard. Decker comes in for Morris. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for Beal. Now, here's Grant. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. And Orlando has possession. They trail by 3, and the officials call a traveling violation. And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. Number 1, Mohamed Bamba.
Just great hands, guys. You can never relax when he's guarding you. And that's such a valuable quality. He's got his opponents on notice.
Wall against Grant. Here's Decker. Off target with his 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. The Magic trail by 3. A somewhat dubious honor, Chris. Last year, the Wizards became one of the most dangerous 8 seeds in recent memory.
Yeah, so much natural ability on that roster. And Kevin, was that because they underperformed during the season and should have been a higher seed? Can't give them credit for that. I'm not sure any team wanted to play them in the first round, but the old cliche, you are what the record says you are, was proven correct.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, and what a quick rise to the top has been for John Wall. He was drafted #1 overall, the 6th fastest player ever to reach 2,000 points and 1,000 assists.
Move shots.
And that one falls for John Wall. And with so many great point guards in this league, sometimes John Wall doesn't get all the credit he deserves.
And it all comes back to winning. Stats alone aren't enough. Once Wall gets that first ring, the conversation will change.
And he makes the first but misses the second. The Magic trail by 4. It's Fournier on the wing. Satoransky covering. The Magic again can't hit. For Washington, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. It's Ariza on the wing. Kicks it to Wall. Ariza finds Wall. Shot clock at 6. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Isaac with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Now here's Satoransky. They lead by 1. No good on that one. Nice D from Fournier. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Orlando's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Here's Grant. Up again. The shot that time not on target. And the Wizards now going the other way. And Wall kicks to Decker. Shoots the 3. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Decker. And 11 points for Wall.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D and he's attacking.
Fournier against Satoransky. At the teardrop. And Grant now top of the key. Here's Isaac. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, and he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. Pass to Satoransky. Back to Wall. Fournier against Satoransky. To the paint. Here's Ariza. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in this game. Grant the pass to Fournier. The baseline J off the mark.
Off target with what's a pretty good look from mid-range.
Knocked away. Stolen by Grant. Left side Fournier. A minute 20 left in the first. He kicks to Bamba. Grant outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And Decker slams it in.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Mahimi's checked in for Satoransky.
One shot.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Poked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Washington, they're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And, of course, there's the Magic, a game and a half out.
And when I look at Orlando, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, and we're deep enough into the season now to know they don't have what it takes to mount up any kind of charge.
And, yes, it's good.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and drain it.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Decker kicks to Wall. Second shot opportunity. Decker passes to Wall. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Fournier. Rebound by the Wizards.
Everything looked good until the finish. And all goes wrong.
John Wall getting it done for Washington. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The Wizards' John Wall talks about how important it is to play well at home.
I think we all understand you have to be a good home team if you want to be in the playoffs and be able to take care of home court advantage. But our fans have been amazing. Our fans that came out have been great for us. But I think just locking in and understanding you got to be able to win at home before you can win on the road.
Taking care of business at home, Greg, is where it all starts.
Yeah, to be a playoff team, you've got to own it and then try to steal your share on the road.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
Green is out there with Mahimi. Then it's Decker. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Now here's Fournier. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. And he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Decker can't hit.
Well, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Here's Isaac. Pass to Grant. 4 on the clock. Bamba kicks to Fournier. The pass to Isaac. Back to Fournier. Over Ariza. Misses off the left iron.
He's going to have a tough time hitting that if he can't create a little more space for himself.
Here's Decker. Martin with the block. And they'll keep possession. Fires the 3. Washington gets it back. And a new 24. Mahimi just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Fournier against Ariza. Fournier dishes to Grant. He feeds it to Bamba. And he makes that one.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
And Wall kicks to Ariza. Stolen by Bamba. Ariza against Fournier. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
It's stolen by Wall. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. See, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing it.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Green. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Decker, and Beal subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Bamba. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Well, you got to respect how fast Beal gets his shot off. Remarkable at reading the D and pulling up on them off the pass.
Simmons finds Vucevic. Back to Simmons. Augustine against Wall. Kicks it out to Gordon. Good on the three-point shot. Gordon's got 6 points.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Wall looking for an opening. Passes it to Porter. Now Wall. Defended by Gordon. Wall dishes to Howard. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wall passes to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Beal's got the lead back up to 5 now for Washington. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Vucevic? Averaging 15 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And maybe the biggest surprise of the 2005 draft, I mean, Mahimi's name being called in the first round. 128 players were listed in the league's draft guide. He was not on that list.
Good on the second free throw. And talking about Mahimi, he was really drafted as a developmental project.
Well, the Spurs were looking for the athleticism up front after David Robinson retired. Unfortunately, Mahimi fouled a lot while guarding. It took him a number of years to become a contributor.
Now here's Vucevic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New York.
I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
Now here's Wall. Kicks it to Mahimi. And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Ball against Augustine. Elbow shot. And that one goes long.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. generally you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Now here's Ross. 8 points for him. And stolen by Howard. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Beal. Porter trying to free himself up. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Washington has possession. Wall against Augustine. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Howard. And it's an 8-point Washington lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Augustine kicks to Simmons. Vucevic against Mahinmi. From 12 feet out, Porter pulls it in. Washington leading now by 8. There's the three. It's hauled in by Gordon.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Pass to Augustine. Back to Simmons. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. So for the Wizards, Morris is checked in for Mahinmi. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. Here is Ross. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Vucevic. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Beal from long range. And it's slammed in by Howard.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
The Magic trail by 8. Takes the 13-footer. Augustine, no luck. Washington's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Here's Beal. Back to Porter from past the arc. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
When Porter first came into the league, he didn't have this shot. Now he's a knockdown perimeter shooter.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
And Augustine kicks to Simmons. Pass to Ross. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He's finally gotten into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump. Yeah, and we've watched Bill take major steps forward in this game. I mean, think about this, especially with creating off the bounce for himself and for others.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Beal. And you can just see Beal's confidence growing every single season.
Now, he knows he can be the best player on the court on any given night. The coaches trust him. His teammates trust him. The fans trust him. He's a tremendous catalyst for this team.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Beal's got 14.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Now here is Augustine. His last outing, he had 8 points. He kicks it to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Oh, you got to love how high Bill gets. He's terrific at ramming it in on the alley-oop.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. It's an 18-point game. They host the 76ers after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
One free throw good from Morris. NBA rosters are turning over faster, it seems, these days. Chris, how much do former teammates know about defending one another? Or is it a non-issue?
Oh, no, it's more than a non-issue, Kevin. You were right in your assumption that, listen, if former teammates, they have a little more inside information. And you know why it matters? Because every day after practice, you know, the first thing guys do after they get their water, they play one-on-one. And so you understand guys' tendencies. You learn how they get into a rhythm. We're all creatures of habit. Let's remember what Kevin Durant did. Remember how he came down on the same end of the floor in the finals and hit the same tough shot over the extended hand that he did? Well, if you notice, he did that on his crossover, that right to left setup. And so if you know him, you may know that he's going to do that. And also, you may know that he has a counter just in case. It allows you to keep your hand out the cookie jar, not to gamble. It gives you an educated guess on maybe what some of the greatest offensive players in the world are going to go to next to get that bucket. Any piece of information matters. And yeah, if you've been practicing against him, that's a good thing. He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Outside, Simmons. And there's the pass to Gordon. Over Morris. And it's Gordon missing. Wizards leading by 18. To the inside. Isaac with the steal. Here's Simmons. Hangs. Morris with the block.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Here's Beal, and the layup's good off the glass. Beal's got 18 points.
And his shot, I mean, has come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
Isaac kicks to Gordon. Pass to Fournier. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Here's Morris over to the left wing. Porter against Gordon. Clock at 6. And it goes down 2 points. That's now 8 points for Otto Porter Jr.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backdoor.
Fournier goes in. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Another miss by Orlando. Washington leading now by 22. To the middle. Unloads from 9. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And it's 8 points for Markieff Morris.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Back to Simmons. Beal on the double team. Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
Outside Howard. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Isaac.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the line for him here.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Jeff Green is checked in for Howard. Decker comes in for Porter. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Bradley Beal. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Wizards leading by 22. And here is Satoransky. No points in the game yet for him. Shoots over Grant, and Washington again with the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Kicks it to Vucevic. Over Morris. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his 2nd basket of the night. It could go. And no good that time. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Washington out in front, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Oh, man. This is why we see Bradley Beal is considered a budding star. He's a good spot-up shooter, but he can score out of the pick and roll, extremely smooth in most things that he does. And the only thing that's held him back is his health.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls. Let's go.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Washington leading now by 22. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Simmons are the guard tandem. And it's Ross in at the small forward. Orlando's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Simmons, yes, that goes in. Simmons got the first points to start out the third quarter for Orlando.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
The Magic trail by 20. Poked loose. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Wizards. Howard's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Morris finds Beal. Now here's Wall. Guarded by Simmons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. TJ Augustine picks one up.
And it's all about the quickness that Wall possesses that makes him so hard for defenses to contain. He's solid at drawing contact.
Seems weird, doesn't it, to call Howard an old-school type player? Because, see, Webb, I remember when he was considered new school.
Oh, yeah, I do too. That's when I played against him. I mean, yeah, the explosiveness at his size that back then felt new. But he was your classic back-to-the-basket rim-protecting center. And once you feed him the ball, it was rarely coming back out.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. And so Orlando again turning it over. And now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. They'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Morris, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 3 assists now in this one. Orlando's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Augustine against Wall. Wall with a block.
Well, the height Wall possesses, it allows him to get up for these type of blocks. Shooters have to be aware of his reach.
Ross, that's good. Ross has got 10 points in the game. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
No good from Simmons.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And stolen by Simmons. Pass to Ross. And Ross with the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
The Magic trail by 21. That's tipped. Now Augustine. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. No coverage that time. He has 7. Wizards leading by 18. Outside, Wall. Morris, left side, over Augustine. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight.
Wow, Morris has such a soft release. I mean, you love seeing the ball roll off his fingertips.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Mahinmi's checked in for Washington. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Augustine with it. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Augustine's got 6.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And Wall. Here we go now. There's Beal with the 3. That one no good. Simmons with the defensive effort. Tries a 3. Rebound Washington. Here's Beal. 18 points for him. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Another one falls for Washington.
Steady as she goes. Even under pressure, Wall maintains his composure.
Here's Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 5 assists tonight. Wizards leading by 17. Outside, Wall. To the inside, Porter, and finished off by Porter.
This is why you can't leave guys open around Wall. He'll notice it and exploit it.
Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Simmons against Beal. And here we go. Washington fast break. Beal's running. Here's Porter. Outside, Wall. Good on the triple. Wall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Look, that matches his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 in the first. Now he's got 1 in the second.
Augustine against Wall. Gordon kicks to Simmons. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Wall dishes to Mahinmi. In the corner, it's Morris. They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 21.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Vucevic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
2 shots.
And that one misses. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
And he's good on the second. Washington leading now by 20. And Wall kicks to Green. Shoots over Vucevic. Another one falls for Washington.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Now the pass to Isaac. Right side Fournier. Shoots over Decker. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Fournier's got 5.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Stolen by Bamba. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And Isaac is, I mean, really breathtaking in transition. A long-legged forward who just devastates the defense with his speed.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Got a piece of it. Passes to Isaac. Back to Fournier. Grant kicks to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Vucevic missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Vucevic. The Wizards have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. Last season, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect in your opinion so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it and definitely manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do is address the issue because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Wizards leading by 17. Wall passes to Green. Back to Wall. He kicks to Decker. 5 on the clock. And it's good, 2 points. Decker's got 6 points. The Magic trail by 19. Pass to Bamba. And here's Vucevic. Here's Grant, guarded by Green. Grant the pass to Bamba. Over Decker. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall. Bamba's got his second bucket.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Green. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Launches it. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
2 points, that one goes. Isaac's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's aggressive offensively, and the versatility in that arsenal, when you look at his size, is what makes him at times unguardable.
Now here's Satoransky. Outside, Green. To the inside. And Bamba pulls it down. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Here's Isaac. Kept alive. Here's Vucevic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Jeff Green picks one up. For Orlando, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And Washington making a change here. Howard's checked in. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Here's Satoransky. Inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. Floats one up, and it's laid in by Fournier. Fournier's got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Satoransky. Green kicks to Satoransky. Howard up on top. Just 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Ariza. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 4 assists in the game.
A seasoned vet, Ariza, accustomed to making pressure shots.
It's Fournier on the wing. And here's Vucevic. 12 points for him. And there's the call on Howard. That's his third foul of the game. Stolen by Satoransky.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. Lured him into his trap.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Magic.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
He hits the second from the line. Now Fournier, he's got 7. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Satoransky the pass to Green. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 6.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart? Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Stolen by Grant. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Kicks it to Bamba. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Vucevic. And too long on the shot. Outside, Green. Here's Satoransky. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Orlando called for the foul. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good. Satoransky. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Washington. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Howard, Trevor Ariza out there with Satoransky. Then it's Decker, and it's Green in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one drops. And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Both good from the line that time. The Magic trail by 15. Grant outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And it's the Magic with the ball. Fournier in the corner. Pass to Grant. He tries for 3. The shot missing. And it's Washington the other way.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Ariza with the bucket.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
And there's the pass to Isaac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Washington leading now by 15. And Satoransky kicks to Green. To the paint. Isaac with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now here's Howard. Banked in off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 15.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Ariza against Fournier. Back to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here is Howard, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Satoransky the pass to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Now, here's Decker, following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. Passes it to Satoransky. Nailed from 3-point land.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now here's Gordon. Offensive rebound. Bamba passes to Grant. Shoots over Satoransky.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Decker gets to Ariza. Decker dishes to Howard. There's Green with the 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Fournier. Back to Isaac. Fires for three. The Magic again can't hit.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
And it's sent back by Isaac. Grant outside. Back to Isaac. 16 feet away. That's good on the jump shot.
Timeout.
Gordon's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Washington calls timeout. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Markieff Morris is checked in for Green. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Sam Dekker. Beals checked in for Trevor Ariza. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. Morris with the bucket.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
The Magic trail by 20. And Augustine kicks to Ross. It's stolen by Morris. It's 2-on-1. Wall finds Porter. Ross with the steal. Porter with the steal. To the paint. Here's Howard. And it's blocked.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Beal. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Simmons has got the ball here for Orlando. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. Here's Ross. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Washington leading now by 20. Outside, Beal. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Now here's Simmons. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Wall against Augustine. Wall passes to Morris. It's Porter outside. And another miss by Washington. The Magic trail by 18. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Now, here's Howard. Pass to Beal. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 21 points for Bradley Beal.
Oh, I love how confident Beal is scoring the ball. I mean, he feels like he can score from any area on the court.
Lob pass to Gordon. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Wall to the middle. Here's Morris. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You better respect how crafty Morris is. When he's deep inside, the defense is toast. I mean, even when they have a hand up.
And Augustine kicks to Simmons. At the elbow, it's Bamba. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. Morris against Augustine. Now the feed to Gordon. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Augustine passes to Ross. Gordon with it, guarded by Porter. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. To the middle, shot clock at 6. Morris finds Howard. Nice ball movement by Washington. Morris into the lane. That one falls. Morris has got 14 points here in the second half.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. You know, I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Jeff Green is checked in for Markieff Morris. And Porter drops them both. Well, you look at some of the analytics, and the best-rated player on the Wizards might surprise you. None other than one Otto Porter Jr.
And he's really become an impact player at both ends of the floor. One of the glue guys on this squad. He just impacts the game in so many ways, and sometimes it escapes unnoticed.
Now, here's Porter, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Wall with it. And here's Green outside, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Magic have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Augustine passes to Gordon. They need this. DJ Augustine, and that's good.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusted.
Now here's Wall. Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. C-Webb, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should get the little bit of help that they're needed, and I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds.
Now here's Ross, following the miss by John Wall, and that one drops. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. Outside, Beal. Here's Porter, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. One of the more down-to-earth players in this league is Otto Porter Jr.
And yeah, he once said, I never eat at restaurants. I'm a simple guy in all aspects of my life. We see that on the court. He doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself. He just focuses on the work.
Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Ariza comes in for Bradley Beal. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. Then for the Magic, Jarrell Martin comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Fournier subbed in for Ross. No good on the second free throw.
The versatility of Porter is huge. I mean, he's an outstanding perimeter defender, in addition also to being a proven scorer.
Now here is Augustine. And it's Simmons penetrating. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish. And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
Jaron Grant, he's checked in for Augustine.
1 shot.
And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Washington.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for John Wall.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Here are the Magic now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Grant. Rebound by Mahimi.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass, play the role of the facilitator.
Here's Satoransky. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.